Third Russian doctor plunges from COVID hospital window. Medic, 37, is now fighting for life 24 hours after warning of PPE shortages and being forced to work despite being infected.
Here's a summary of the article.
A third Russian doctor has plunged from a hospital window after complaining about medics facing intolerable coronavirus pressures. Later, lying in a coronavirus hospital bed, Shulapov made a second video to retract the claims amid suspicions he was pressured to do so. On Saturday, while being treated at Novosmanska District Hospital, the experienced ambulance doctor plunged from a second-floor window sustaining skull fractures. 2 senior women doctors in Russia have died recently after falling from hospital windows amid reports they had challenged their superiors over a lack of PPE for coronavirus patients. In the video, Kozyakhin said, "Ambulance doctor Alexander Shulapov is next to me, he is just confirmed COVID-19, the chief doctor is forcing us to work, what do we do in this situation?" Hospital chief Dr. Igor Potanin has refused to comment. In another case, Dr. Natalia Lebedeva, 48, plunged 60 feet to her death from the 6th floor of a Moscow hospital after colleagues said she was unfairly blamed for the spread of coronavirus at her clinic in Star City, near Moscow, the training center for cosmonauts.
This post received a score of 44,000, with an upvote ratio of 94%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Par for course in every tyranny, kill the competent people who are willing to speak up, plunge your society further into darkness.
Stalin had imprisoned most of the competent doctors in his regime for various crimes. Thinking they were trying to kill him. Then when he had a stroke, the rest of the doctors in the room feared treating him in case they ended up arrested and sent to the gulags.
Perhaps ironically, it is very likely that he was poisoned by his own head of the secret police, with rat poison.
Dunno why this keeps coming up, but I recently watched Death of Stalin and it's hilarious. Beria is a dick.
Greater than Vasilian Guard silently fighting for gun while everyone awkwardly looks on.
I will not go down. I will not.
Oh hi Mark.
Infected and being forced to work. That is just dumb on all kinds of levels.
Putin is an idiot at about everything but thuggery. Russia has more than twice the population of Italy, with way more natural resources, but somehow still manages to have a smaller economy. It's pathetically incompetent.
Russians make a ridiculous of money. All 100 of them. Everyone else is a peasant, so we don't deserve to have any money. There's a reason why Russian oligarchs are a meme, because it's true. There are people like Putin and his cronies that have more money than you could possibly imagine. They just keep it all abroad or in assets.
They purchase a ton of real estate and make loans to people who have run their above-board bank credit into the ground. I'll let you make of that information what you will. So time to seize Russian assets in the European Union and demand the return of Crimea to Ukraine to unfreeze their offshore accounts?
I'm still amazed with how an authoritarian militaristic country could just annex a sixth of another country in Europe and get away with it in the 21st century.
They off people so publicly, I'll never understand why. It's almost like they want the world to know about every single one.
They don't care what the world thinks. They just want their population to know what happens when you step out of line.
This same sort of blind following fear attitude caused Chernobyl operators to follow stupid forced instructions to push their reactor to the limit before the disaster ensued.
It wasn't exactly following stupid forced instructions. Pushing the reactor to the limit was the test. The problem was that they were relying on a misconceived fail-safe that instead acted as a detonator.
The stupid instruction was to get the test done at all cost even though they didn't prepare for it correctly. When the power level tanked, they pushed the reactor well past its safety limits. Of the 211 control rods, 28 were supposed to stay in no matter what. They manually removed all but 18 and went ahead with the test even though they knew they didn't have enough momentum to keep coolant flowing. The fail-safe and general design was part of the problem, but the root cause that deserves the majority of the blame was the idiocy and recklessness of the people in charge.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.